has America turned? Because obviously I know you were living in California until quite recently.
Yeah, I mean, I think just like people are generally like sick of them. I think, it's going to get to a point where they're going to have to probably move country. I'm not sure where they would move to next, but you'd sort of get that feeling, right? That whoever is telling them what to do, it's not really going according to plan.
No, so is there a way for them to turn it around?
I don't see like Harry getting back on track. Being married, I don't think he'll ever be accepted back to the UK while he is married. And as far as Meghan, I know it was Thomas Markle, so it was his birthday just now, and obviously
today
that's so sad that they haven't made up yet. It's it just shows a lot of like her character, I think. So the photos, it looked like they were very, very close when she was younger. And seeing what she did with her dog, she met Harry and she just cast her whole life away that she had previously, including all her animals, right, that she abandoned.
Yeah, the dog just didn't come.
And for me, that's a real thing. You can really tell someone's personality in that. Like, she's rescued this dog and then just like leaves the dog for Harry. Like,
so wrong. I know. I remember speaking to her staff at the time who were like, "We can't believe this. She's not bringing one of the dogs. It's bizarre. It's like she chose her favourite dog to come and the other one wasn't able to." I do want to wish Thomas Markle a happy 80th birthday, though. He is a really amazing man. And the thing is, Victoria, he always got such a bad rap in the media because of the way that Meghan Markle painted him as some sort of loser. It's like he is an Emmy Award winner. He gave her an incredible life. He was a top sound technician on General Hospital, which is one of the biggest soap operas in America, and he got her start in acting by getting her in. It's often who you know in Hollywood, so
she would have met everybody through him, basically.
100%.
That she had starting out was because of her father.
100%. I just want to pick up on something you said, though, because look, I know you're in these circles, right, and you hang out with a lot of these people and a lot of the friends, the close friends of William and Harry. And I was actually at lunch the other day with a former close friend of Harry. And she said to me that all of the friends now have dropped him in the UK. They all think the way that he has acted by not inviting them to places, by turning on them, has been so bad. And I was really shocked by that because I thought, my goodness. And actually, a lot of them are friends with William. They have basically chosen William over Harry. Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah, I mean, I think probably quite a lot of them had to pick a side, and probably because of the behavior, of Harry and Meghan, as far as like the book and all of those revelations about the family, they are quite close in age, so they would have had a lot of the same friends, and those friends have most likely picked William because Harry's not around. He doesn't make an effort with them. He doesn't, any weddings or big events of supposed close friends and family friends. He hasn't made an effort, and he's sort of living in this bubble, which is this Hollywood bubble, which I know a lot of because I live there. And you're very like insulated over there, and you kind of forget about the world outside that little bubble.
You get the Californian brain.
It's sad. It just feels like he still hasn't woken up from this sort of daydream that he's in, and you would have thought he would by now.
But what you're saying is that the friends will not accept him while he's still married, but if he were to divorce, they would.
Yeah, I think most people have a problem with her because, she's the one that took him away, right, from his previous life, and his friends will see that as, while she is there, things are not going to change for the better. And I don't think she even allows him to see his friends because she thinks he'll be led astray and he'll get back into his old life and maybe then wake up and realize, what am I doing with Meghan?
That's what I'd heard too, that she's very controlling about the people who he hangs
always
out
has the
with.
mother around. It's like Harry has been taken over, like, by her, but then she's got the mother always around keeping an eye on things. And he obviously doesn't have that. He doesn't have the family members like she does.
The headlines are ablaze as Lady Victoria Hervey has dropped a bombshell in a shocking interview, claiming that Meghan Markle is very controlling and has Prince Harry firmly under her grip, cutting him off from his closest friends, asterisk in her interview. With asterisk GB News asterisk, the socialite and former It Girl didn't hold back, painting a picture of Meghan as the puppet master behind Harry's every move. She controls everything, Hervey declared, her tone laced with disdain, from who he sees to what he says. She went further, alleging that Meghan has severed Harry's ties with lifelong friends, leaving him a shadow of the prince he once was. The timing is telling, coming amid rumors of Harry's meltdown over divorce speculation and Meghan's increasingly solo ventures. Is this a marriage of equals, or has Harry traded one royal cage for another? The skepticism hangs heavy, and the palace's silence only fuels the fire. Hervey's claims build on a narrative that's been whispered for years: Harry's transformation since meeting Meghan.
The crazy thing to me, and this is when I realised that it was all over, was, Tom Inskip, Skippy, who's one of his best mates and also one of William's mates. He wasn't even invited to the main sort of reception of the wedding. And this was the guy that would often lead Harry astray.
So Meghan probably banned him, right?
Oh, yeah. Without any doubt, because she didn't want those sorts of party animal friends around her. But the point is, your old friends matter. I mean, the most important people in my life over the past year, like when you're going through tough times, are the friends who I was friends with when I was at school, because they're the people who really know me. And Harry's lost all of them, Lady V.
It's bad. Really sad thing.
There's all of this theory going around that Harry and Meghan are for some reason trying to hide Archie and Lilibet away from the world. What's your take on that? Do you sign up to any of these growing theories around whether Meghan actually gave birth to them?
I was going to mention that. So she did give birth apparently to the first one, but the second one, Archie. The reason why there was a home birth is because it was a surrogate. Now, I don't know if this is true or speculation, but I have read it from anonymous people, and I've heard that for a couple of years, so I'm not sure if it's true or not, but there is talk that Lilibet was a surrogate.
And do you think it's fair enough?
Apparently, if you were born as, like, through a surrogacy, you cannot be heir to a throne.
Correct.
You know that?
Correct.
Yeah. And with Archie, I'm not sure. There was even talk with Archie that she was wearing the fake belly. There was a photo I remember a while ago where it looked like the belly slipped. Do you remember that? So quite possibly, and this would be like a major thing, obviously.
Well, it's just the mystery around it that I don't understand, because remember, I was covering very closely the birth of Archie, and it was absolutely bizarre because they didn't use the hospital where usual royal births happen. And then, do you remember they announced that she had gone into labor, when in fact we learned later that the baby had already been born. So right from the start, there was a whole load of weirdness, and the pregnancy was shrouded in mystery. Now, Lady Colin Campbell is very strong on this, because she says she's asked Buckingham Palace just to clarify and just to say for sure that the babies were born via Meghan's body, and then there's no issue, and then we can all move on.
I don't think Buckingham Palace would know necessarily.
I don't think that. No.
I don't think they would know. I think it was kept as such a secret, if it is true. That I don't even think that Buckingham Palace would be told.
And presumably the reason to go to such great lengths, and obviously we're being clear, this is a theory, we don't know for sure, it's just something that has been discussed, but the reason behind it would be presumably to keep the children in the line of succession.
Right, of course. Which, to be honest, they shouldn't be in the line of succession anyway, because they're being brought up in America. There's sort of no real connection. You can't have kids with American accents suddenly, being in the line of successions. I don't see how that actually works.
Well, that's what I think is bizarre. But I've done loads of research on this, Lady V, and people will find this insane. But there is a genuine concern within the royal family that Harry and Meghan still believe that there is the possibility of them one day taking the throne. And so presumably that's the reason why they want to keep Archie and Lilibet in the line of succession.
She points to his absence from traditional royal haunts like the polo matches and pub nights with old schoolmates as evidence of her influence. He's cut off, she insisted, no more late night chats with the lads, just Meghan's inner circle. Sources corroborate this, noting Harry's dwindling contact with figures like Pelly and Tom Inskip, friends who once formed his support network. The irony is that Harry, who once championed freedom from royal constraints, now seems ensnared in a different kind of confinement. Freedom's a funny word when your wife's the gatekeeper, a commentator quipped dryly, and the sarcasm cuts deep. Asterisk Harry's recent behavior fuels the narrative. His emotional BBC interview, where he broke down over his mother's memory, lacked Meghan's usual presence, no supportive hand, no joint statement. Instead, she was across town at a solo event, a pattern that's become routine.
So I think to just cut that whole thing on the head right now, I think the kids should be taken out of the line of succession immediately.
But the problem is that would require an act of parliament, and King Charles would have to ask for that. I mean, genuinely, I think it's possible that William will. I mean, his anger, this, but his anger over all of this is like volcanic, whereas Charles wants to do the whole let's try and sort this out thing.
Right. But yeah, that's been a sort of a question I've had for a while. Is I think it would be actually safer for William's children as well for them to be taken out of the line of succession. The royal family have had a lot of issues recently, and it does make one think like, what is going on in that family? Why are they all sick? What is going on? Right? Is this all happening for another reason? Just a couple of updates on the the Epstein story.
Oh, yes. What's the latest?
So it is, so some of the things I can discuss, a lot is going on with him right now that we're going to probably get him on here soon. But the FBI have properly disclosed that they never actually received a hard copy of the photo.
So this is, to clarify, so this is the photo with Ghislaine, Andrew and Virginia Giuffre.
Yeah, so David Boyes' side always tried to say that there was a hard copy. The FBI are going to publicly come out and say this soon, because they have an ongoing lawsuit right now with Maria Farman and some of the others. But there was never a hard copy of the photo.
Wow.
Never received. The initial photo was apparently emailed to them from Virginia's lawyers. They never had a hard copy. I wish we did know this, but I wish they could have said this, many years ago. It would have been very helpful.
Well,
but
it would have changed the narrative.
There's going to be a lot of news on that side about what's going on with that and Virginia. So,
well, you know where to come first to break this news.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the girls, to be honest, like when Trump, he's going to win this election, they are going to be running scared because they know that obviously they tried to accuse him of things. He's going to go after them and he's going to really open this case up, I think, properly. And be able to get loads of indictments out. And I think the girls should be quite scared.
We are in for an absolutely fascinating few months. And I know that Prince Andrew is still hopeful that the public will turn and that he will be able to clear his name.
Well, from the stuff we have, he can absolutely clear his name. I can't say what the evidence is right now, but it's like you can't deny that it is what it is, right? But I think having Trump in office, he will clear out, the bad guys in the FBI and CIA and stuff, and get good people in those positions that'll actually like make a difference and go after the right people.
Friends from his Sandhurst days report he's unreachable, with calls going unanswered and invitations ignored. Hervey alleges Meghan screens his communications, a claim echoed by a former aide who noted Harry's once open demeanor has vanished. He's a man transformed, the aide said, and not for the better. The public, weary of polished facades, is leaning in, sensing a story of control beneath the surface. Love or leash, one Twitter user mused, and the question resonates.